early on had, watching movies or just, maybe even acting or being a part of theater? Had that already been in you, or how did you get exposed to that walk of life?
Oh, that's a great question. Not for me. I didn't really get into entertainment, any of that, until I moved to Atlanta. I played. I went to college. I played basketball and baseball in college my first year, and then I ended up moving to Atlanta because I wanted to go to Clark. I ended up playing for Clark for like a semester, and then I got burnt out. While I was down there, I said, if I'm gonna go to Atlanta, a lot of people don't know this, but I wanted to be the next Tyson Beckford print model. I don't know, that definitely didn't happen, but I got down there. I went to this meeting. It was for modeling and acting. I guess by the way I was dressed, as a guy by the name of Robert Creighton. He's like, hey, you acting? I was like, nah. How much they paying? I tried though. So I was just joking with him. He gave me a script, broke it down. About 20 minutes later, I did it in front of everybody, and I killed it. And I haven't looked back since. And literally, my first 6 months in the business, I auditioned for lead roles in films. My first 6 months, I worked with Tyler Perry. I did so much stuff so early on. I was like, damn. But I thought about it years later. My grandma used to have, if you're an old school grandmother like me, like she used to have VHSs all around her room, and I watched all those movies, but it didn't register to me until a couple years ago, thinking like, how did I even get in this movie shit? Like I never even grew up wanting to do this shit at all.
Yeah.
But I realized that's something my grandma probably left me that gift. She probably left me that when she died. Now that I think about it, because I never thought about it growing up at all.
Yeah, watching all those movies and whatnot turn you into like a movie buff
Yeah,
yourself before you
yeah.
even knew it.
She used to have like 3 movies, because back then you could record over certain stuff and make room on the tapes on the VHS. So she used to have like 2 or 3 movies on a VHS tape. And I just, now that when I thought back by, I was like, damn, that probably she probably was putting that in me all this time and I didn't even know.
So at what point in your acting career did you realize that you wanted to be a filmmaker?
When I realized what a power was, waiting on a check is not something that's fun for me. And so for me, after I auditioned like crazy when I got to LA, and I was like, man, you know what? I'm in these rooms, people that's not even the talents that's making these decisions. Where is the power? And I thought about it, I was like, well, I got all these friends. How about I just create my own shit? Spend my own money on it, and then I just haven't looked back since. And I love the power and the opportunities I was able to provide along the way. That's another reason why I jumped into it.
And so how did you outsource, you know what I'm saying? Once you take them big leaps, now it's time to find more talent than just yourself, other actors, extras, people that's going to do the sound, the cameras, how did you outsource and get that reach?
For me, I don't know, man. It's like I always say this in my interviews is that me being a leader, I think when people meet me, they see how serious I am, as my demeanor, whatever it is, they see how prepared I come, and so it never really was hard for me to get like people to work a part of the crews. It was just once I figured out the websites, I figured out, and once you start hiring people, they also refer you to people. So I was like, okay. Now, granted, you're gonna have some trial and error. Some people just absolutely horrible or don't have the same work ethic as you, and so you kind of got to get rid of them quick. And I learned that very early on as well.
No, for sure. So let's talk about like that first film that you were a part of as an actor and the first one that you actually put together.
Yeah, that's another great question. So for me, my first project that I did was a movie called Bad Kids. Called Bad Kids Go to Hell. I was a featured extra in that. And when it was my first movie, we actually shot that in Dallas. And then once I booked that, I got to see a lot of this stuff. I was like, wow, this shit is dope, And then fast forward to me getting my own productions. This movie that I just did, Armstrong Dark Secrets, the EPs actually are from that franchise. They financed that one. So 11 years later, they became my partners on my project. So this is another credible feat. Coming from being an extra to getting them to be a partner is just a testament to the hard work.
Yeah. And then the first one that that you pushed out, like how did that come into play, and how long did it take you to format how you wanted it to go?
Well, when you said the first one to come out, I want to go back a little bit further than that. So the first one I actually did was in L.A., and it was with my friends. And we were tired of auditioning. We was like, well, how about we just shoot the roles we want to play? How about we just shoot it ourselves? So we came up with this idea to shoot, because we had me, my friend from back then, he's an actor, JJ Green. And then Lex was the guy that went to film school, so he knew how to like film and do all the cameras. And so we were like, you know what? It started off with that. And then from there, I was in acting class in LA, and I booked some of the actors from my class, which is also Woody McClain, who plays, he plays Woody. I mean, not Woody, he plays Kane in Power, and he played Bobby Brown. I met him in my acting class, and I ended up putting him on my first show. And then we had some mishaps that happened and never came out, but the first project that actually came out, I want to say it was a Team Living, matter of fact, in Houston. I did that with my friends, Team Living. We did it together. I think it might have been outside from the Dirty Third. I think we might have had in this generation the first film crew to have our own film, in which we sold out or 500 people at the premiere. So that's a lot.
One thing I feel like, as someone that produces something, I feel like a misconception is a lot of people, they see the finished product, but they don't see all of the
work,
bullshit that went behind the scenes. So like, let's talk about like some of those times like where shit just wasn't going right, or you had it lined up perfectly and then shit just end up going left or whatever.
Man, you learn very fast in this shit, bro. That none of that shit go the way you planned. It's like you can set the infrastructure and the hope that it's gonna go the way that you want it to go. But when you're dealing with this many people, it's too many variables in it for it to go exactly how you plan. Because when you cast people to your project, you don't know how they come in, you don't know how they work, you don't know anything about any of these people, even your crew. If you haven't worked with them before, everybody is pretty much coming, I don't really know who I'm bringing to set. I don't know who I'm going to get. Yeah. So for me, it's always a lot of bullshit. I mean, every project, I don't think one project has ran the way that I wanted it to go. But I will say this, every project has gotten better because I know what I want to stand for and I communicate that from the beginning in the first production meeting.
Yeah.
So if you want to have some stories on some bullshit, man, I'll say from the first project, Autographs, what I did in L.A., we lost the audio. I was pitching that to Paramount. We put together a trailer to pitch, and then when they wanted to see the whole thing that we shot, it was no audio. The whole audio, my guy, they still my boy, but Lex lost the audio for the project. So all that was a waste of money and time. So, and that was my very first project, bro. I got the picture at Paramount in LA. So I'm like, just imagine back then, bro. This was fucking 6 or 7 years ago. Could have been like, so I had to go from that to all the way to keep the building it up again. It's like, bro, that was probably the biggest. I would say people coming late all the damn time. That's also a problem. This last film, one of the main actors, he booked another major film, the biggest film of his career, in the middle of us filming. So I had to cut out the production for 3 days to get this shit done in order to get him out of there. Because I understand as an actor, you get them opportunities, you gotta take them. I could have been an asshole like, well, you on the contract, I don't care about that. But this is a guy that's been loyal to me since I've been in Houston filming, and we made it work. So it's a lot of bullshit.
Aside from the bullshit, let's talk about some of the final moments, something that, like, that pour you with the thought of, like, okay, like, I'm doing the right thing, I'm on the right path, or this is where my calling is.
The traction. I think there's a lot of people don't understand this. The people is going to dictate your success, no studios, no company. It's like, once you put that product out, the people are going to tell you if they fucking with it or not,
For sure.
And for me, that's the gratitude I get. Seeing the actors get people DMing them. They hit me like, Trey, man, I got like 100 requests today, or I got people in my DMs, I have this. So seeing that the people working around me are benefiting from it, no matter what the budget is, they're benefiting and they're able to win from it is the biggest highlight to me, more than the money.
Okay, so what's your approach to writing a story or bringing a vision to life? Like, how do you go about that?
A lot of times, some of these stories come to me in my dreams. To be honest, they come to me in my dreams, and I instantly, no matter what time of night is, I wake up and I write it down. I can remember the whole thing. I put it in my notes. But this particular film, Armstrong, Darshikers, came from a song. A friend of ours, Sosa Lulu from my neighborhood, Jerry, sent me this song. It was like 1 minute and 14 seconds or something like that. And I turned it into a franchise. And so it just depends. I get motivation, bro. I like stuff that moves people, stuff that's like true, that feels real.
Yeah.
That we can relate to. So.
And I even see the Bloody Nickel project. Like, let's talk about that since you being from there.
Yeah. I'm gonna be honest. So as an actor, I'm gonna be honest. I rock with my boy Greg Carter. He's a big director. It's pretty dope. He did the show. He did a show with Carl Anthony Payne. He did a Fifth Ward show. I think it was called Fifth Ward, matter of fact. Yeah. But when I watched it, I felt like I didn't feel connected to it as I should have been. Like being from there, you want to watch something. It's different when you from somewhere. You watch, like, that ain't. Yeah. So for me, I came and did a raw version of it, and also included people from the neighborhood. I went to the businesses. I went literally and made sure that people were gonna feel it. I wanted us to be proud of that project more than the world. I wanted to make sure that everybody felt included into what we were doing, and it turned out great.
Okay, so were there any particular movies, filmmakers, or life experience that influenced your style, like when it comes to filmmaking?
Yeah, absolutely. John Singleton, by far. I think, and people is a major compliment. People be DMing me saying that. It's like, when you just look at the style of how I shoot, no matter if it's a quote unquote hood film or a love story, whatever it is, you're gonna get a cinematic feel from anything that I put out. And that's just part of my discography on when I watch this stuff. Think about the 90s. Like, I'll tell you this. From the 90s, look how many stars he put on.
Yeah.
So, and then you go back and look at my career. I've worked with so many people that didn't have big names because I knew they had the talent. I placed them in the right position. So I think if you really, when you get to compare the two, you're going to see 5 or 10 years from now, like people go back to my earlier films and be like, damn, they was in this. Just like you do now with Neil Long, Ice Cube, and those people like that. So that whole thing for me, John Singleton is just, he the stand-up for me, you know?
Yeah, no, for sure, a legend. How do your personal experiences or upbringing show up in your work?
Every character that you've seen on these projects have a little bit of me in them. I think these stories come across good because you can tell that it's coming from an authentic place and it's relatable. That means I think only time somebody can tell a story like that will give you that feeling if they've lived it.
Yeah.
And so, yeah.
Okay. How do you balance storytelling with cinematography? Like, what comes first in your mind?
Storyteller. Because as I'm writing these scripts, in my scripts, I'm very descriptive. So I'm also describing the type of shots in the script. So I'm like, so I don't forget them. I put them in my story. But it's always story first. Because when you create a film, you have to know the story. Because when you have the story, you have to go know the crowd you're telling it to. Yeah. Like, you have to understand every film has its own audience. Like, you know what I'm saying? So for me, it's definitely the story first. And then I think about the schematics of it, like how I want to look, what cameras I want to use. I go get with Lex or whoever DPing and go from there. But the story is always first.
Okay, and you writing these?
Yeah, everything.
Okay,
yeah.
And so when you're doing this, is it kind of like all right, this is already fully complete, or you kind of like write a skeleton and then as you film, you like, okay, I'm gonna add this in as we go type deal?
No, for me, I go over it so many times before I send it out to anybody. I do a lot of drafts. Like the last Armstrong had about probably like 6 drafts. And then I'll do that. Then I'll send it to get coverage on it. It's a company that do coverage. They tell you all things that could be better. I do that, which a lot of people don't know about coverage. Y'all need to do coverage on some of these films and the scripts. That coverage is very, very, very important. But yeah, so they just break down your whole thing and tell you what could be better about it. And then I call some of the actors. I have about 3 people that I call while I'm working on it. Like one of the actors in the film, I call Jerry. He's one of the EPs on the company. And then maybe like an executive from a network that I know. I'm like, what do you think about this? So I have like my own panel, basically.
Yeah. Okay, so being a filmmaker, it's one of the biggest creative visions. I feel like you never stop
thinking,
yeah, because as life goes on, there's more shit you're seeing, living, and experiencing. How do you disconnect when it's time to like, okay, I'm gonna like, have you ever had like a writer's block or like, damn, I can't?
Of course.
Yeah, and how do you disconnect to get back to where you need to be?
You gotta step away sometimes, but for me, man, I'm like, I hate being stuck. I hate feeling like I'm sucking at something or I'm stuck. So all that to me is like, what I do is I might take a step away, but what I will also call, like I said, Gloria, I have to say this on camera, Gloria Prince, she plays Missy in the film. I called her a lot when I was doing this one. She has good ideas because some people got great ideas, but they don't format it right. So I understand who I'm working with because I have personal relationships. So I'll call her outsource sometimes, and they may say one thing to me that trigger me, or I could be in the shower or in the car. Those are my 2 main places that are like ideas come to me. Yeah, for sure.
Okay, what advice would you give to young creators that are trying to break into the industry with limited resources?
The advice I would give to the young creators, I wish I would have knew back then, my whole journey early on was, you don't really need as much money as you think early on. I think when you try to go in, because everybody's goal is, I want to get $1 million, shoot this project. I'm like, bro, you don't even need, anybody that's done film seriously understand, you really don't need $1 million to shoot no project for real. It's just about understanding the equipment you have, putting people in the right position, and also realizing that you should actually start off with less money. Because if you like, we're now with Tubi in these platforms, you want to come in less. They're taking so much money from you out of on the back end that you want to come in less. That way you're not having to pay these investors back so much money. I wish I would have known that. I jumped out the gate doing 25, 50,000, 100,000. Like I jumped out the gate and not realizing, damn, I didn't understand the field I was playing in. Yeah. So I think that's the reality. You don't need a bunch of money, bro. People shooting with iPhones right now. It's about your drive and your work ethic, bro. Nobody want to hear your excuses. It's up to you to go make to make that dream happen for you.
Yeah, so now, you brought up a good point with Tubi. Like, we in this new era where you don't got to go to Blockbuster. You don't got to go, rent a movie. Like, you got Tubi, you got Netflix, you got Amazon, you got so many different streaming platforms. Like, being a filmmaker, like, how do you assess, like, okay, this is the platform I want to go through?
Right now, you got to go with what's hot. I mean, I think that's just current. you have to go because that's what the people is. Like right now, Tubi is a very they don't understand about the business side of it, but
Tubi
for the
jumping.
creator, like Tubi jumping, people make jokes about it, but that's good because that means people are watching it.
Yeah.
People watching Tubi more than they watching Netflix half the time.
Facts.
'Cause with all them fees they keep throwing on people. So I've even seen Netflix adopt the same. I see them adopt the same system. Now they got the ads on there. All that stuff was stem from Tubi. So I would say Tubi for sure. I think for y'all, I think people need to figure out like go where the money is because Tubi paying the most money right now, and you have control if you go through the right distributor. So I think that would be my advice.
And if this not giving too much game, just because I'm sure some other people that's curious watching this as well, going through Tubi, is it still like all independent? I could go somewhere else, or do you have to go through contracts and then it's like, okay, we negotiate. I'm gonna put this much.
Yeah.
Like I want this much for my product, or how does that go?
It depends. So I'll give you this, and then I'll tell you. I'm gonna give people the route that I took. So first, it depends on the distribution company. Depending on the percentage they want to take. I'm not a fan of giving the ownership of my stuff, so I don't work out any deals like that. I think the best deal that I've seen, I ain't gonna lie, I went through oh my God, I got screwed. I think everybody gets messed around on their first project. I just happen to have 2 projects on this, my first deal on the distribution side. And we didn't know, they knew we didn't have information on the deal. We got charged so bad. I think, I'm gonna tell y'all this on camera. I don't think any filmmaker should sign a deal that's like a 65-35 or a 60-40. I think you should go to Film Hub. They do an 80-20 deal. You're not under no contract. All you gotta do is pay them like maybe $400 to take it down, but they're gonna upload your project up to their system. You're gonna have full access to your account. You can see what you're making. And whatever you see in your account, all the fees have already been taken out from that. And I think I like that because I can take the money out when I want. I don't have to go call 50 people. You can email them. They're gonna give you a rep. And they work pretty good. I've liked them. But what I will tell y'all, if you're gonna go that route to be fully independent, you're gonna have to do a hell of marketing because none of these distribution companies are gonna market your film for you. They don't care what they make. Whatever they make, they're gonna take their percentage off top. So you have to really do a really good job of marketing to make good money. But you have all the controls. It's gonna be all on you.
For sure. So I want to ask this too, just because I'm not that educated in it, but I like dealing in the music primarily. I see like the amount of money that goes into it versus like how easy it is or how hard it is for a motherfucker to recoup.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like they paying all this music video, studio time, image, all of that. Okay, so on the film side, like putting out projects, is it easier to recoup, or when you're putting out projects, is it more so like I want to just keep garnering more eyes, so like eventually, like kind of like the music.
It's like a build. You can build yourself up
exactly.
to something. Yeah, I think both. I think you're right in that. I'll say music artists. A lot of artists don't know this. I think y'all should focus on getting placement in films. You don't even got to charge up front for the fee. I think for y'all to want to get into it, because usually they got people that they have companies that they can sync your music for you. But if you're gonna do it on your own, if you listen to my film, I got all independent music in the film, because I know where to place it. Is that you do the cue sheet, you make sure that everybody you get their number. I forgot the name of the number, but it's like every artist has a number. That's where ASCAP or BMI.
Yeah.
You take that, you do a real cue sheet, and you submit it with the film to your Film Hub account or wherever distributor you go to. And the more legal stuff you have to get on your film, the more networks that's going to license your movie, and the money will find the artist. They're gonna. It's like you do when you put it on there and it's anywhere on a commercial. It's gonna automatically be sent to the artist after 90 days, and they'll make money every time that movie make money. No matter where it go, they'll automatically be sent money. So that's the answer for the artist. Yeah. So I would tell all artists try to get in movies because it's different ways to make income. Now on the flip side, to recouping, that's a tough question because that's back to what I said earlier. I think now that if I knew what I know now, I wouldn't have came out of the gate with so much money invested into the project. I think I would have tried to probably give some of the crew members percentage on the back end and could have kept my budget low in order to make the money back. I would have done that because I was big on quality too. Like, nah, bro, I'm from LA, I'm Hollywood. Like, people expecting me to put out some amazing shit, so I need the budget to do it. And me and Jerry put up all the money for this stuff. A lot of money before we even knew how the distro side worked, and then we end up getting a little short end of the stick. But since we own everything, we end up making money long term. That's the goal in this. Is to build yourself in a situation where you're not coming into a big ass deficit early on. I would tell everybody, if your first 3 projects, man, I would try to keep that shit under 20,000, especially if you don't market. Right now, people think they too cool to market their own shit.
Yeah.
People spend all that money on them projects and they make 1 or 2 posts and that's it. It just don't make sense. I'm gonna post this shit till you get tired of seeing it. Like, you gonna eventually gonna be like, let me go watch this shit. I keep seeing this shit everywhere.
Yeah. Now, being a black filmmaker, do you ever felt like slighted or maybe it was opportunities that you should be you don't receive due to, you know what I'm saying, those simple facts? Or
With the black community, to be honest, because if you ain't Tyler Perry, people just and I want to say this shit on camera. Everybody don't want to be Tyler Perry. Like, I'm cool with the business side, but I mean, Tyler Perry's who he is because he has a niche on what he likes to do. In the black community, oh yeah, man, keep going. They don't think in their mind you haven't made it because you ain't Tyler Perry. It's like, no, bro. Like, nigga, if I'm doing this full time, I fucking made it in my life. This is, you don't know how much I sacrificed to get to this point.
for sure, yeah.
And so for me, I feel like yeah, bro. That's how I feel.
Yeah, nah, facts. So let's talk like how many projects do you have, if you know what I'm saying, you can name them and where people can find them, and what are some of the ones that come in the future?
Yeah, I have Blooded Nickel. It's out right now on Amazon Prime. It's not on Tubi. It's going to be back on there, but it's on Amazon Prime. The first Armstrong is on Prime. It's on Tubi, and like 9 other platforms. But those are the main two. I have comedy special Laugh My Ass Off with Bubba Dub was the headliner. That's coming out soon. I produced that. It's a comedy special. And then what else we have? Man, I feel like it's like something I'm missing for sure. Yeah, I think those are the main ones right now. And I got about 20 in the stash, so I got a lot of stuff coming.
Yeah, I see you nominated for a couple of awards too.
Yeah.
How does that feel, getting that recognition? I know that always feels good as a creator.
Yeah, and I did miss the other part of your question about feeling slighted. I think I definitely did feel like that, to be honest. I be like, damn, what do I got to do? Because I ain't hanging out. Like, what is not connecting, Because like I said, when we drop stuff, it do well with the people. But as far as how people view you. Mm-hmm. So I feel slighted like that by the owner company. Because I'm in these business meetings, I don't get slighted at all. Like, I control pretty much everything because they understand and they see the traction that I've been able to do. So I feel slighted by own people sometimes. Like, that's just kind of how I feel about it, not more so corporate-wise. I feel like within the industry, with some of my celebrity friends and from the major films that I've been in movies with, they don't really look at independent because they don't have they never been in it. So they look at it like, oh, this ain't good enough. Yeah. That's the only other slight that I do get. And then what was this last question?
I want to piggyback off that. Like, you feel like independent. Because I've heard that, like, even with the Tube, the jokes people try to make it seem like just because it's Tubi or it's independent, it's bootleg, they got low budget. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, have you ever had those misconceptions or deal with those?
Well, one thing about me, luckily, like I said, we spent so much money on the project. I never really got anything about low budget. That's the good thing, I will say, because I'm very big on that. Like, now, whatever platform I'm going on, I just want to win.
Yeah.
And with this one, people can't say it's a Tubi movie. It released on Prime. We literally did 27,000 people bought or rented the movie opening weekend. So I'm like, the shit we just made off Prime, I'm like, we only put it on Tubi because people was asking, So for me, I'm like, we won on pretty much any platform we go to, so nobody can like have a misconception of, this is a Tubi film. It's like, do you see how many Tyler Perry movies on Tubi? Like, how many people? Everybody, it's just a smart platform to license your stuff out to. Sure. Next year, in the 5 years, bro, it's gonna be some other platform, and you're gonna see our shit on there too, because I own the rights to everything. So people just, I hate it. This misconception is Tubi actors and this is like, bro, that shit not even a real thing, bro. Like, But again, you kind of just let people do them, bro, because they watching the shit. You kind of just be like,
who are some other, filmmakers, directors, or actors that you would like to see yourself working with in the future?
John Singleton did. So I can't work with him. Pops did. I would love to work with him. I'm trying to think who I would want to work with. Ron Coogler would probably be one of them. He's an amazing storyteller. But I really don't have like honestly a big need to really want to go work with like other filmmakers like that. I kind of like do my own thing because I think them becoming who they are because they was able to do their own thing as well. So I look at it like that. But I think if anybody, it'd be Ron Coogler.
For sure. So let's talk those future projects. Is it some stuff that's in the vault that we can expect to see sooner than later?
Yeah. I'm so I'm always working on different things. I'm developing a true story right now. Without going into super detail on it, he's in prison right now, but I've been writing him. But he has a story. He's been going viral since Hurricane Katrina. Literally, he stole a bus and saved so many people's lives and during Katrina. And his story goes viral all the time. I gotta say his name because I literally just slipped my mind, but I want to say his name because. And literally just slipped my mind. I've been working on this for a second, and I cannot. His name literally slipped my mind. But anyway, it's a true story.
If y'all watching this, make sure you done hit the like button already too.
Yeah, my bad. It's important for me to say his name. Oh, Jabbar Gibson. I don't know how I slipped my name. He was like 17 years old. Jabbar Gibson. It's gonna be a true story. I think that's gonna be my Fruitvale Station, like probably my major industry award winning project. So I'm taking my time. I'm thinking about 2 years. Because companies are gonna want to finance it easily. Like they're gonna put that's gonna take a couple million to do. But I know like by it being so strong, that's gonna really impact. When I be seeing the story on TikTok and all over the damn place, people are like, he needs a movie, he needs this, he's a hero, and I'm like, I want to tell powerful black story. I don't just have action, crime, drama, but right now as you see, those are the projects that make the most right now. Like people complain. Think about this, bro. How many people watch 50 Cent shows? All his shows are literally the same.
Just different characters.
But when you go do independent shit, they be like, yeah, y'all do the same thing on Tubi. It's always the same. This is the same. And I'm like, bro, y'all literally watching this shit on Stars every week.
It's just, you know what it is, like with our culture, it's the familiarity.
Yeah.
That's like, shit, they probably just feel like, oh, 50 Cent put his name on it. It's got to be.
Yeah. And that's another thing. They be like, yeah, bro, you need to go get with 50. I'm like, bro, there's so much going on with me behind the scenes that people don't know. And I be hating to feel like I got to explain every damn time somebody say something. Like, bro, I was going to be a writer literally on the first season of that. Because I'm friends with one of the makeup. She used to be the makeup artist on one of the movies I did back in the day. And now she's a producer on there. And I'm like, yeah, bro, like if I could just post all my conversations, people be like, damn, I didn't know that. It's like, why do I, as a black man, a culture, in a black culture, we have to name drop all the time for people to feel like they're, to let people know, no, I'm really way more than what you think.
Yeah.
And I guess that's just me caring too much,
For sure. I see that too. Like, yeah, you got it. The people, they ain't going to respect it.
Yeah,
like,
basically.
Popping it on.
Yeah, and everybody not like that. I'm like, if I want to do that, bro, I also feel like that shows the signs of arrogance to me. It's like, bro, I'm my own man, bro. I've been in 19 movies as an actor, bro. It's like, I've been on damn near almost every network. So I'm like, for me, I'm not starstruck like that, bro. I've been in movies with almost every big race of actor that you could think about. And so for me, it's just like, me doing my own independent thing, I don't need to do all that, bro. Like I learned from some real OGs in the business, like Harry Lennox and Oba Babatunde, like different legends, and they showed me how they showed me why they're working still 25 years later, bro. And I just try to take that approach. But you got to be flashy with black people, bro.
Yeah,
like you literally have to be like blasting this shit off. So that's why if you look at my Instagram, if you go down the page, now I've started to do shit where it's organic, like where Woody was doing his own independent film. I'm the first person he called. And he posted it, and then I just reposted it on my page. People like, oh, you know Woody? I've been knowing Woody for so long. I put him in his first project, and it's like, why do I have to
tell you this?
Yeah, why do I have to do all this shit? You know what I'm saying? And so they starting to see a lot of stuff now because these people from these networks are in my comments and shit like that. Like, yeah, bro, I've been doing this shit for a long time, bro.
Yeah. So let's talk. If you have a dream project, there's no budget. Is that already like? Say you had just the infinite budget. Do you think you already have that project wrote, or like just that dream project?
Nah, because unlike a lot of filmmakers be married to like one specific project, I got so many, bro, that for me, I just want to just do this for the rest of my life and just be able to get paid doing what I love to do and help other opportunities. But I don't really have a specific story, bro. I'm creating so much shit. It's like, it's impossible for me to have just like a dream movie. You know, I really don't. That's a great question. Nobody ever asked me that. I don't have a dream. Not right now. I don't have a dream movie. My dream is to get all this shit done. It's to be able to do everything that pop in my head. That's my dream.
Feel that and to keep it going. So if you want to let the people know, where to find you, what to expect, and
oh man, it's a good interview, man. We wrapping it up. It's good.
We don't got to cause I wanted to ask you too, if somebody did want to be a part of a film, I ain't gonna lie, I want to get up in the movie.
Yeah. There we go.
How do you audition? How do we?
And it's crazy, bro, because people see me and they always ask me this, and I put the casting calls out, and I just go based on who auditioned. People be like, I ain't see it, but I realize I have to create some type of, since people really watch what I be doing, I got to do a better job of creating a better funnel system, where maybe it's something where they see it, automatically come to their phone. If I post a project, I haven't done a good job of that, because people be like, oh, I ain't see it. I did an in-person audition one time, bro, and I never did it again. I was like, bro, only like 12 people showed up. I was like, yeah, I'm not doing it again. I'm doing it online. So what I do is I go to plays, I scout talent. I go to comedy shows, scout talent. I be out just ducked off a lot of times. And like when I put a casting call up, whoever submit, I watch every audition myself. So whoever actually see what fit them and submit. The problem is too, people don't really know they don't know the first thing, honestly, bro, about like auditioning and what the video look like. And so that tells me like, damn. But I ain't gonna lie, in my film, if you around when I'm filming and somebody don't show up, I've even in Armstrong, I threw 3 people in the film. They did great as hell. They were just around and the other people didn't show up. They got to roll in the movie. It's just about being around once I'm like rolling. It's hard for me to be able to send you something, one person something directly, bro. People like, yeah, send this to me when you do. I'm like, bro, you think I have time to send you, out of all these people that want to be in the film, to send you something specific?
Yeah,
just for one person. So people got to get that misconception. It's not personal, but if you serious and adamant about something, you're gonna figure out a way how to get in it. Cause I put the casting calls out, bro.
Yeah, no, for sure. I gotta make it to the next one. I think a lot of people, what they don't realize is they don't realize an opportunity until it's missed. You know, it's not really opportunity till you take it. And like you said, shit, it might only be 5 people that audition. You go be the 6th person and get the role.
Yeah, you might get the facts. You get the role. And I think people need to do more research, bro. I got to say this on camera because people don't understand that. People just hit me like, I want to be in a movie. And they don't really do the work. And I'm like, you think that I'm going to spend 6 months to a year going to get a budget for this, 6 figures on this budget, and I'm just going to throw somebody in the movie that ain't did no work? Like, so people got to be real with themselves and be like, am I really serious or do I want attention? Because a lot of, especially the women, they come, they feel like when they find out they got to really audition, they be like, they don't submit. Or they don't actually submit. I'm like, bro, I'm sorry to tell you, I'm not one of them dudes. You looking cool is cool, but bro, like, I want somebody that's going to come do the work. Because if you don't know how to act, this shit that could have took us an hour to shoot this scene gonna take us fucking 4 hours longer to shoot this. And people not thinking about all the intricate small shit that goes into the production. I don't really have, and then I'm a different nigga on set. Like I really don't play, bro. I'm like, I expect people to come, whatever we agree to, come do your job, and so we can move on. Cause I'm doing a lot of shit in the day.
Yeah, no, for sure.
People got to do the work, bro. People, you cannot get in this for attention. And if I feel it, I'm just not even gonna take it serious. I'm gonna go with somebody that's been training. Like, why would I pick somebody that haven't done no work?
Yeah, exactly,
just to put them in the film because they want to do it and feel like it's a side project. No, I want people that actually want to do this.
No, facts. So let's talk that misconception that people think that they can just walk on the camera and they're a movie star. Like you
don't
said.
work like that. It's absolutely not like that. And everybody that tell me that they ready, bro, I swear to God, I bring them on set, bro, and they see all them people on set watching them. A lot of them freeze up, bro, and be like, hold on, give me a second. I'm telling you, bro, it's not what people think. They see the movies and be like, I could be in a Tubi movie. If it's not a Tubi original, there's no such thing as a damn Tubi movie. These are all independent films, bro, and they on multiple platforms. And so they looking at the bad projects and saying, I could do this shit if they doing it. But even the worst film, when they got to remember them lines, and it's a decent movie, they still have to do a lot of work, bro. And people still have to do some type of something to know them lines. Yeah. And I think, even they tell you, I think what I could do is, too, when I'm working on developing, I might create a system. It's all about a system. Create a system where maybe I can have everybody that's like you, they want to come in and film. Oh, okay, cool. I got an acting class. For whoever want to work on my film before we film, they got to come to acting class.
Yeah.
2 or 3 sessions. Just so I can see. We can get out the kinks. I can see who's serious. And I think that would probably help as well because people don't, it's not a noticeable or notable acting class in Houston.
At all.
So and I'm one of the few people, bro, I think that if I was to launch this, I know for a fact, people ask me all the damn time, people would really actually come. Because they see the quality of the shit that I put out. You know, like they know, like, oh, nah, I keep hearing about Trey. He ain't around. He actually know what the hell he's doing. So I think that's probably what I can do to help the system. Because Houston need infrastructure, bro. That's what we missing.
So when it's all said and done, what do you want to be remembered by for your work?
For the work or like personal or both?
Both. For
the work, I told authentic stories. When people watched it, no matter what the story is, the crowd that it was made for could take something from it. Because these are like leaving babies and like you leaving your legacy. For me, it's more about legacy, bro. Something that my kids can benefit. Oh, I worked with your dad. Your dad was a good dude. Or this. It's more about legacy for me than money. And so for me, that's the thing. And then also I would say what I would want to leave or be remembered by all the people that I brought with me. You know, like all the doors that I feel like that I opened for people, man. People came to me and I never gatekept any information. Anybody ever reached out to me that was serious, they know like, nah, Trey actually gave a damn. You know, that's what I want to be remembered. That's
important too. Yeah, a lot of people forget like, nigga gave me some game to get me to the next step, or like, we didn't gatekeep, because a lot of people that they'll act like they're gonna give you the game and just say enough to get you off the phone.
Yeah. And for me, man, I think that's been a little small downfall of mine because I do respond to literally everybody, bro. Anybody that's serious, because I never want nobody to feel like how I felt. Like, I'm gonna be honest with you, bro. Nobody in this industry, honestly, really gave me no super game open, no major door for me, bro. Like, Kiati do a lot of interviews. Y'all interview me. I'm talking about like far as on camera. Like, y'all, this is a great opportunity. I mean, like far as open doors for me as a filmmaker.
Right.
When it comes to like network stuff, but they coming to me now asking me for game. The same people that never want to open the door for me coming to me asking me because now the whole industry has transitioned to indie shit. It's transitioning. I've been ahead of this shit for 5 or 6 years, bro. So for me, they coming to me now asking me for the same thing. Oh, how you do this? How you do this? Like, bro, nobody never really opened no door. I feel like that was life changing for me, bro.
Right.
And it still might come, but just so far it hasn't really been.
No, I feel that. Like, yeah, I think in our community, we don't have enough people that's willing to reach back. But then once they see the person that they wouldn't reach back to ahead of them, it's like, shit, I'm reaching up now. Please help me. Help me get
but,
to.
You know what? Another thing I realized in that situation, bro, I think that we look at social media and we see people posting all this stuff. We really think more than what it is. I've learned, coming to the realization that they don't be really no further off than me when it comes to decision making. They be in these situations, they don't have the control that people think that they have, no matter what their position is. Some of them don't have most of them don't have the position to call, hey Trey, I got $200,000 for you. Come do a deal with Stars, or I got $500,000. I got a deal for you on the table. They don't really have the power like that because there's somebody always at the top. And so I realized let me take the ego out of it. Like, maybe they can't really help.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. I used to think that, bro. I used to be pissed. I'd be like, bro, they know how hard I work. I got all these projects. They got this. I got this partner. Why nobody ain't never picked up the phone like, hey, I got a network deal for you. I just felt like that, But everybody watching and pay attention, though.
So if it wasn't like the filmmaking and, putting movies together, even acting, like what else would you see yourself doing?
Playing baseball or basketball, for sure. Because I was doing that in college. I would have for sure been doing one of those by far.
For sure. Do you have any movies where you incorporate, you know what I'm saying, like the basketball, the baseball aspect, or not yet?
Yeah. I wanted to do a movie like Horrible, but for a basketball team. Because years ago, there was a team in California that was raising money. It was like a team from South Central. It was a baseball team. Because one of my friends, he's an EP on the company from LA, Howard Alonzo. He sent me this story. I was like, damn. This would be a good story, like Horrible. I'm like, man, this could be the basketball version. So I started developing that, but my mind be bouncing around, but I haven't done it. But that's gonna be like the basketball one. Yeah. And then I have a baseball show I created about a female baseball phenom. So that's also a lot of my real life stories in that, but I just put a girl as the main character.
For sure.
So it's a lot of, I got a lot of cool stuff. Yeah, I got some shit. It's not just action crime. I tell people all the time, I have no idea the stash I got sitting up. I'll say this on camera too. I have a series called HTU, Human Trafficking Unit. It's just like a NCIS. If I was to choose one project, that shit alone, it could do three different cities, just like NCIS. That would be one project alone I could do, and I could survive for the rest of my life off that. Literally, not doing no more projects. I'm trying to get Dick Wolf right now. Dick Wolf is like the EP for a lot of those type of projects. And to this day, I wrote that shit 4 years ago. I haven't seen nobody do it yet. Still.
Hey, if you see this Dick Wolf, come on with it, man.
Yeah, we need Dick Wolf. But so again, this is to give you an insight of my mind on type of project that I really want to be able to do at some point. These are like a segue projects to stay current. Yeah. And build my audience up too.
Do you feel like have you ever wanted to do like the reality TV aspect?
Yeah, I did. I produced a reality show. If y'all don't know if y'all ever seen it, if y'all big YouTube people, I produced a show called Trap with the Prince Family maybe about 3.5 years ago. I want to say 3.5 years ago. It did 40 million views on YouTube. They got 10 million subscribers off that. I wish I could have made some more money off that. If I'd have known what I knew, that was my first ever. It was a reality competition show. Yeah. We had the biggest black YouTube couples on that show competing for $20,000 on a free trip to Hawaii. Yeah. The shit was literally everywhere, and they tried to come back and do a season 2, but some things weren't right. And as you see, it hasn't been another season since, and that's a guaranteed hit show. But it take a special sauce, man, and a producer with experience to be able to pull off a show like that. You know? Yeah. And I did it in Houston.
So with the reality TV, is it all scripted, or do them people be fighting, like really fighting for real?
Man, they get. So what happens is you interview all these people behind the scenes. You know the relationship dynamic of a lot of people, and what the producers do, they put you in these scenarios. Okay. And like if you're like, okay, say for instance, we did something on Trap with the Prince Family. We had one of the guys was known as a cheater, so we brought on we made a fake couple, put them on the show. And we separated them on the bus. And we put the biggest cheater that's known for cheating on social media, we put him in the seat with one of the girls. And, of course, he naturally just started flirting with the girl on camera. So just like nigga, you don't realize that there's cameras on you. Like so we put people in these scenarios.
Yeah.
Like if you know you beefing with somebody, like how y'all did on one episode, we would sit them down and put them in a scenario and be like, okay, this is what y'all gonna talk about today. And if they really beefing like that, and it's very hard to get them in the same room, you put them in the same room, it's more likely gonna be some shit happen.
Yeah. Okay.
So we put them in a scenario. So just not to spoil y'all, the reality TV watchers, we put them in a scenario. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Basically, we messy as hell. We have to you have to be messy as hell. Yeah. The mess sales, man. I got another one I'm doing right now. I'm gonna say it 'cause I love Sharonda to death. But young boy mom Sharonda, I'm trying to produce a show for her. She's got a dating show coming. So, yeah. Queen Slime. It's gonna be dope. She's gonna have a younger generation and older generation like dating. It's gonna be lit. It's gonna be lit.
Well, you just dropped the bomb on
Yeah, this is the first time I said it publicly, but they posted it on Instagram and tagged it. We said we had a meeting about it. But yeah, that's my girl. I talk to Sharona damn near every day at this point. She's amazing.
Okay, yeah.
Nice. And it's her idea. I want to make sure I'm clear. She calls me every day with ideas, but that was the most current one.
Yeah,
Yeah.
That's gonna be exciting to see.
It's gonna be funny. She's funny as hell.
Yeah.
Yeah, so usually when I'm not seeing, bro, I literally always got something coming, bro. Like literally, that's why people like, I don't know. Most people don't even know where I live, bro. What city I'm in. I'm just so focused.
Have you ever reached out to like, the artists within the city, whether it be for like soundtrack wise or to be like, hey, come be a part of the film?
Oh yeah, of course. I told her like I'm very tapped in, bro. From here, Dallas, LA. I'm tapped in, bro. Especially when it comes to certain parts of the culture in the streets, like just from past things that I was involved with. I'm always gonna have a connection to that. So, I think Houston alone, I'm doing Houston. I always gotta get somebody from my neighborhood. That's like I start there, and whoever's serious and want to do it, cool. But I say right now, my boy B Banks, right now, man, he is incredible. He's the only artist in this film to have 2 songs placed in the movie.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Then my boy Brandon Meister in Atlanta, he got a movie placed in there during the sex scene. He's also an incredible artist. So I'm always looking, bro. Like I don't oversaturate my film with rap and stuff like that, because I want you to watch it and feel like it's a real movie.
Yeah.
So I'm always doing that, bro. I want to get Fast Lane stuff in something. I think Kiati. There's a lot of artists that I want to work with, but it has to fit. I don't force anything.
For sure.
I got a question for you. Did you see the movie?
I haven't seen it yet. I won't lie, but I gotta see it. Yeah, I gotta see it.
Yeah, and I started to ask you before. I think I'm telling you watch the film, you're gonna probably it's probably gonna be way better than what you probably even imagine.
No, for sure, I'm sure. Yeah, no,
Yeah.
I'm definitely. I'm gonna check that out tonight for sure, and I'll give you an honest review.
Honest review. I'm honest, good or bad, I'm cool with it, bro. I just like the fact when people support and watching it, because I want people to feel like, damn. And everybody say the one thing they say, bro, that it feel organic, like it don't feel forced.
Right. Facts. I'm gonna check that out, and we're gonna do a review. I might even do a separate review video talking
that'd be
about
loud.
it.
That'd be lit. That'd be lit. And I gotta tell you before you rap, bro, that I'm proud of what y'all doing too, man. I went to do my research when she wrote me. Y'all got a good scribing base. Y'all got something good, something great going, bro. And independent, I can tell.
For sure.
And it's amazing, bro. So just keep doing what you're doing. And see, y'all got some traction for sure.
I appreciate that.
Yeah, and I appreciate you for hitting me up saying you wanted to. I should come on, man. I appreciate it.
Yeah. Nah, I won't lie. Shout out to my boy at Network in the Streets.
Yeah.
He sent me your post, and I'm like, man, because I'm all about the culture, all aspects, especially like you said, independent people that's doing their thing, not just wearing a title. You know what I'm saying? I can see just from what I did look, and then start clicking around and seeing this and that. I'm like, oh, okay, this is not he ain't just hop out the gate and make an Instagram and say I'm a filmmaker.
Oh yeah. Nah, it's been a lot of years in that. And also to answer your question, I'm thinking back, I was doing a lot of talking, but you asked me a question about the awards. I just been nominated my first 2 awards in Houston, which is so crazy to me, because every time we put out a film, it's always made number 1. Every project I put out went number 1. So on Tubi, and then this last one was most recommended on Prime right now. So that's very, very good. We one of the only 2 independent films up there. So it was incredible to reach that. And Houston, I think we just not known for films, so people are behind. And I think people don't do a lot of research too when they doing these awards. I'd be like, how are y'all? But I don't complain. I never beg to be nowhere I'm not invited to. I just keep doing my own thing and be like, it is what it is. But I won all over the world, bro. So I'm just happy about that, even in Tokyo. So.
Oh,
Yeah, and stuff is on my page. I've won literally all over the world. So for me, it was like, damn, I finally get recognition from the city.
Yeah.
Which I know somebody personally that probably know me probably sent that to them. But I'm not gonna discredit them. I don't know who's on the committee for that. But I think like how Network in the Streets was reached out to you. I think that might be, you know.
No, for sure. Anything like it just be what's publicized. Like it's one of those things like. Of course, everybody promotes and celebrates, like, this nigga just went to jail. This nigga just did this. So, like, when it's something positive that's actually going on, a lot of that stuff get pushed to the bottom of the algorithm because everybody's sharing the negative shit. So that's what's going to pop up. Nigga on Instagram, they might not even see the movie came out, but they going to see, this nigga crashed out outside the club.
Yeah.
And I think that's what holds us back as a culture.
That's very it's very frustrating, bro. As a independent person, you put all this in there to reach your people because no matter how simple the story people may think it is, there's a lot of messages in my art. Yeah. And some people that think deep be like, oh damn, I realize you're doing this. There's a lot of shit going on. It's more than what's on the surface. I'm speaking to our community for a specific reason. Like I could go do some white movies. I could go do whatever. That's not really a problem. But I'm specifically talking to us right now.
Yeah, sure. And that's needed. For sure.
Yeah. Whoever it reach, bro, it reach, But it get bigger and bigger every time,
Yeah, man. Hey, man, well, y'all heard it here first. It's High Thoughts. We all high.
Yes, sir.